In the last episode, we saw the sword of Allah shatter the Persian frontier. We witnessed the fall of the fortress of Anbar and the surrender of the oasis of Ain ut-Tamr. Khalid bin Walid has cleared the Euphrates. The path to Ctesiphon, the heart of the Persian Empire, lies open. The prize is within reach. But for a Muslim commander, there is a duty higher than conquest, and that is brotherhood. While Khalid was victorious in Iraq, another Muslim army, hundreds of miles away in the deserts of northern Arabia, was facing annihilation. A desperate letter had arrived. It was a cry for help. Khalid must now make a choice: continue north to glory, or turn south into the abyss of the desert to save his comrades. Welcome to the Battle of Dumat al-Jandal. Welcome to the Great Rescue. To understand this crisis, we must look at the map. Dumat al-Jandal was the gateway to northern Arabia. It was a fortress city, a vital trade crossroads protected by the castle of Marid, a fortress said to be unconquerable. The Caliph Abu Bakr had sent a separate army under the companion Iyad ibn Khanam to subdue this region, but Iyad had bitten off more than he could chew. The powerful Christian Arab tribes, the Kalb, the Bakhra, and the Ghassan, had united against Iyad. They had surrounded Iyad's force. The besieger had become the besieged. Iyad was trapped. His men were starving. In desperation, he wrote a letter to the only man who could save him. The letter reached Khalid at Ain ut-Tamr. It read, "We are surrounded. The enemy is vast. If you do not come, only our bones will remain." Khalid did not convene a council of war. He did not calculate the risks of leaving his Iraqi conquests exposed. He picked up his pen and wrote a poem in reply. "Wait a while. There will come to you mounts carrying lions in shining armor, battalions followed by battalions." He left a garrison to hold Iraq and ordered his mobile guard to mount up. The sword of Allah was turning south. As Khalid's dust cloud appeared on the horizon, the rebel leaders gathered. The coalition was led by two men who despised each other. One was Judi bin Rabiah, a fierce warlord of the Wadiah clan. He was confident. He looked at his massive army and saw easy prey. But sitting next to him was Ukaidar bin Abdul Malik, the old ruler of Dumat. Ukaidar knew something Judi did not. Years ago, during the Prophet's expedition to Tabuk, Khalid had captured Ukaidar. He had seen the wolf of the desert in action. He knew that distance meant nothing to Khalid. Ukaidar stood up and warned the council. "I remember this man. No army can stand against him. He is not a man. He is a calamity." Judi bin Rabiah laughed at him. He said, "Let him come. We will crush Iyad first, and then we will crush Khalid when his army is exhausted from the desert." Realizing the cause was lost, Ukaidar tried to save his own skin. That very night, he slipped out of the fort, hoping to flee to Jordan. But Khalid's intelligence network was faster than Ukaidar's camel. A Muslim patrol, led by Asim bin Amr, intercepted him in the dark. There were no negotiations this time. Ukaidar, the man who broke his oath to the Prophet, was executed on the spot. The first domino had fallen.
Judi bin Rabiah has made a fatal decision. To prevent Khalid from besieging the city, he has marched his army outside the fortress walls to fight in the open desert. He believes his numbers will overwhelm Khalid, but he has turned his back on the fortress where Iyad ibn Ghanam is trapped. I want to ask you, If you were the rebel commander, would you have stayed behind the safety of your high walls and forced Khalid to a long siege? Or would you have marched out to fight him man to man? Let me know your defensive strategy in the comments. Now, let's see how Khalid punishes this mistake. Judi bin Rabiah deployed his massive coalition army in the open, waiting for Khalid. He was focused entirely on the north. This is exactly what Khalid wanted. He had sent messengers to Ayad ibn Ghanem with simple instructions. When the battle starts, open the gates. Khalid attacks. The collision is violent. The tribes of Kalb and Ghassan fight desperately, fearing the sword of Allah. But just as the battle reaches its peak, the gates of the fortress swing open behind them. Ayad ibn Ghanem, seeing his savior arrive, leads his starving soldiers out in a desperate charge. They smash into the rear of the rebel army. The rebels are caught between two fires. It is the classic hammer and anvil. Khalid is the hammer, Ayad is the anvil, and Judi bin Rabiah is the metal in between. Panic sets in. The rebels try to run back to the fort, but Ayad's men block the gates. They try to run into the desert, but Khalid's cavalry cuts them down. Judi bin Rabiah is captured alive. The resistance collapses. Khalid orders the execution of the ringleaders, including Judi, right there on the battlefield. But even in victory, Khalid has an eye for politics. He spares the common tribesmen of the Kalb who agree to return to the fold of Islam, and in a move to cement the alliance, he marries the beautiful daughter of the defeated chieftain, Judi bin Rabiah. The rescue is complete. Ayad is saved. The two commanders embrace amidst the smoke of the battlefield. But Khalid cannot stay. He receives news that while he was away, the Arab tribes in Iraq have risen in revolt again. They are gathering at Muzayya, Sani, and Zumail. They think Khalid is far away. They think they are safe. Khalid decides to teach them a lesson in the art of night warfare. He is about to launch 3 battles on 3 separate nights that will wipe out the rebellion in a single week. Next time, the Night of the Wolves. The sword returns to Iraq.